Greetings, good people of Australia. My name is Garrett Oliver. I am brewmaster of Brooklyn Brewery, and welcome to the story of Black Ops. We are coming all the way from over here. You guys are all the way over there, so we are sending you beer literally halfway around the world. But I can promise you that it's worth it. So if you want to hang with us for a few minutes here, we're going to tell you a few stories about one of our favorite beers. Black Ops, sure, it's an imperial stout, but it's really somewhere a little bit closer to porter. It doesn't have that huge roast leading the entire charge for the flavor profile, but that's actually part of what makes this beer special. This is Four Roses Small Batch Bourbon. You'll notice there's not much bourbon in it because it's a very, very good bourbon. You'll notice that I did not replace it with a full bottle because it's also a very expensive bourbon. But it should be. It is blended together out of 4 different recipes: OESO, OBSO, OBSK, and OESK. This represents 2 different yeast strains times 2 different recipes to give you 4 expressions. And we have the barrels from all 4 of them. Well, it was a joke. It was a joke back in 2006. We tried to hide the beer from the brewery, those of us who are working in the brew house, because everybody didn't want us to produce this beer. They were worried it was going to create too much of a sensation and that the salespeople were going to be blamed for not being able to get enough for everybody. So they actually didn't want me to make it. But of course I did it anyway because I wanted the beer. So we made it, but we only gave it away to our employees at holiday time. And so it was never released to the public, that first one, but pretty soon we started to hear about it. Here we are, 2020 Black Ops, Four Roses Small Batch Edition. Get yourself a suitable glass. Very lightly bottle conditioned, so we're not going for something really fizzy. We don't want a champagne-like mousse. Instead, we want something that's going to open up gently, have a nice little prickle of carbonation on the palate, and drink just smooth as silk. Oh man. I have to tell you, I always loved the Black Ops, of course. The Four Roses Small Batch Bourbon barrels have added 2 to 3 extra dimensions to this beer's flavor profile. The thing about it is that it's not a bruiser. For its large strength, it's actually relatively delicate in some ways. It hangs together balance, structure, elegance, all part of a whole. 1 year in barrel, 13.5 degrees Fahrenheit, Celsius, 56 or so degrees Fahrenheit. At this temperature, you're kind of getting the best of warm aging and cold aging. Turns out this is also the best temperature at which to drink it. Caramel, chocolate, coffee. From the wood, we have those traditional characteristics of vanilla and coconut coming through, and then all these lignans. These are kind of like the woody notes, but then some baking spice, cinnamon, and things like that are coming directly out of our barrels and through these different expressions of bourbon that go to make up the Four Roses Small Batch. So all of that comes together to make 2020 Black Ops the beautiful beer that it is. It is a strong beer, but it's light at its feet, so you better be careful. All right, so all these wonderful flavors: venison, Mexican mole sauce, vanilla ice cream, and Black Ops is a classic. Sometimes we actually put the ice cream in the beer. Yes, I do approve of this. Tarts, chocolate cakes, cheesecake in particular, and almost better than anything, strong blue cheese. Not really Roquefort, but more like Stilton. You know, if you can get your hands on good Stilton with Black Ops, it is a beautiful, beautiful pairing. It brings out a chocolatiness that you might not have seen in the cheese in the first place. 2020 Black Ops, Four Roses, Small Batch Bourbon Edition. one of our very favorite things, which we are very happy to send to you in Australia. And I personally hope that I'm going to see you there real soon. Cheers.